Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Podcast. Tonight, podcast is 7 ways why I'm wit. 7 reasons why I witness courage in others to rise. As I'm awakened and aware. I as I'm awakened and aware. I recognize and adhere to the wisdom, courage, and artistry of others by witnessing, listening, observing, and viewing other people's wisdom, courage, and artistry and the way they go about their life. And as I'm listening, I'm shutting down my overthinking, knowing mind. And observing and viewing, I've, I've got a campaigner's curiosity on why are they rising in life. So it really liberates me from my bitching, belly aching, complaining, and clearing away all my gotcha grumblings that tie me into my couch of grouch, being envious of other people's lives. And when you're envious of other people's lives, you're never going to expand forward in life. You're always going to stay in the complainer's drain. I know I have for a long, long time in my life, but I really opened up. If I'm complaining, I'm draining my dreams. And if I'm envious, I got the venomous energy going through myself, and then the only one that's getting held back is me, because griping, grumbling, being envious and jealous is me being the saboteur of my own life. And then all I do is I get to wrap the crap within inside myself and keep that naysaying songs going on, and all I do is experience what's going on. And truth time. Trust me, I've done that. This is a vigorous veracity. This is stop lying to me. And something I really, really opened up to myself is the more I bitch, bellyache, complain, the harder life is, and my simple, just walking across the street becomes a disingenuous way of life. So as I opened my eyes of wise to suddenly realize and esteem, gleaming understanding and admiring my illuminating pathways presented to me through my listening question, comprehending the innovative wisdom, and optimizing the revelations that just flow to me effortlessly as I listen to the airways of brave of my daily life. As I awaken to the revelations why liberation, courage, and wisdom rises me out of my mundane thinking life. Do you ever realize that thinking is mundane? Thinking is mundane. When you get an aspiration or a surge of energy, that's intuition, imagination, innovation, and that's here and now. The more I rise out of thinking, knowing in the mundane way of life, the more I thrive in my trendsetter, hellraiser, rebellious ingenuity, visualizing epiphanies within me. Well, here are some liberating, invigorating key points to stop talking about what other people have, to expressing your accomplished audacity through their life. When you see them have success, use your dreams, your desired life, but express that through there. And always say thank you. But always tell them you did good. That's my little cowboy way of saying it. Always tell somebody that's experiencing something good, you did good. But witness it with a liberating resolve to evolve of enterprising visionary. omnificence, loving, vibrant energy to flow through your veins of fame, feeling amazing, magically expanding through life. And see, something else, it's about expressing our accomplishment audacity. We all have the audacity to be successful. The thing about success, it's beyond your thinking, knowing mind. And yes, people went to school, but it was still their ingenuity and innovation that rose them to their desired lifestyle. And something I really realized, when you're bitching and belly aching about your life, or being jealous and envious of somebody else's life, you're stealing your own dreams. You're the thief of your own life. I have been the thief of my life a bunch. But you know, one thing about admitting it, I get rid of it. Then I rise to expressing my accomplishment and audacity to manifest my lush, leisure, son of the fun lifestyle. How you like that? Son of the fun lifestyle. If you start talking about life and coloring your lifestyle, you liberate internal freedoms every day. Streaming, trend-setting pizzazz, lionizing expansion within yourself. So I really opened up to this, 5-6 years ago, actually. The more I complained about and felt jealous of what other people had, the more I was being encompassed in my own thievery. I become the thief of my dreams, and I'm the one doing it. And this is somebody, you don't have your desired lifestyle, you are the thief of your dreams. Because I was the thief of my dreams. You know, something about admitting that to yourself rises you out of yesterday to liberate today's trend-setting optimism, dawns adventurous, she has the pizzazz to dance on your trails of triumph. And as I open my gratitude eyes and appreciating ears for my lifestyle with a thank you, and I got to go enjoy this life, as I feel free-flowing love for my physical world and all people of my physical world. Through a perspective, through an autonomous expansion, liberation, courage, and wisdom, chauffeur me beyond the confines of my routine way of life, opening doors to the broader, pristine energy of the universe. Opens up and expresses my clarity of choices that empower me to make choices driven by my pioneering purpose and authenticity, rising out of habits and fears to have breakthroughs and jailbreaks of expansion. I took the word growth out of my life and I use the word expansion. It's expansion that allows me to dismantle my mental barriers, my emotional barriers, feelings, and coloring away and communicating away yesterday, inviting innovative insights and progressive prowess to rise me on to the mountaintops of magic as I feel the free-flowing love of my heart and soul stream optimistic utopian lure, as life is a curiosity when I allow myself to play in the curiosity of life. And it also comes down, then I get to feel the depth of connection and communication with my inner and outer worlds. There's a communication and connection that allows me to enrich the experiences of my life beyond my wildest dreams, to open up the daredevil rebellious energy, appreciating me. How does that feel? I appreciate me because I'm free from me to enjoy my magical energy. of my everyday escapades with a hellraiser's tenacity and a trendsetter audacity. I feel the frequencies of financial bliss flow through my arteries of artistic agility. I said, that entertains my brain and my featureless subconscious scenery. That's something I want to really express to people. Featureless subconscious scenery. If you can have color and design your life and have it be a featureless subconscious scenery that just runs through your third eye movie screen out to the universe as your movie picture, you realize you're alive and thriving with trendsetter thrill skills that open up the savvy, keen ingenuity, loving life every day. As I now realize my physical world awakens my autonomous artistic agility to understand my physical world, my physical universe, events, encounters, experience, and auspicious awakenings rise me and energizes my shining, divine, primetime, enterprising wizardry. Sprees my sovereign poise. Revolutionizes everyday endeavoring savoir-faire flair of foresight. Liberating acumen, intuitive revelation to understand, I admire and listen, to view my daily scampers through my fashion designer's eyes, and the daredevil dexterity, sculpting savvy, trend-setting architectural audacity opens my ears to hearken my visualizing wizardry, to witness, observe, and view, and express my lush leisure and my desired lifestyle through my daily dialogue to the world. And what that is really saying is you open up to express your dreams and stuff through your everyday life, and you start witnessing your daily life and ask this question: why is this event, encounter, experience occurring for me to rise, shine, and expand and move forward? As I color my world and my subconscious scenery as my dreamer's paradise is to flow through my streaming fun of the sun's splendor for me to enjoy the here and now. Forevermore I soar a spirit omnificence. As I am liberated and inspired by witnessing courage in others, as courage sparks resilience in me to face adversity with a trailblazer strength, and that guides me through the complexity of my here and now with wisdom that shows me the art of navigating life's challenges with clarity, with the freedom to design my life through liberation allows me to reshape, to color my identity beyond my imposed labels I placed on myself. That's something I really opened up to, is all the stuff I do is I put myself in the binds of my life. The more I think and know about my life, the more I bestow myself in yesteryear's snares. That's something I really opened up to me. As my rabble-rousing bravery inspires actions for me to ride my trails of triumph, witnessing boldness inspires me to take meaningful steps onto my journey of enlightenment and bountiful bliss. As the power of my pioneering perspectives expands my vision, enables me to see beyond the immediate moment, to understand life is forever moving onward, upward to my promised land. As I see beyond the immediate moment, I start to relax and realize my intuitive wizardry will set me free with wisdom, insight, zealous audacity, realizing my dreamer's rebellious the pizzazz awakens my heart and soul. Also, my troublemaker treasures, as I understand, troublemakers expand the world out of yesterday as the monetary and moment just keep today the same as yesterday. And how many times do you wake up with a whole new way of life, but you end up living today the same as yesterday? I've done that a bunch. And I'd like to, I don't do that no more, but that'd be the biggest lie in the world. That's nothing but a phony lie. I have to be listening to my intuitive, sassy tenacity, enjoying now. As I listen to my innovative wizardry, to expand my visions and energize my inner wise, I get to see my liberation, courage, and wisdom show for me beyond the confines of my routine thinking memory mind. Opens the doors to my pristine mountain valleys of unlimited bliss. As I now encompass tenacity over fear, it shows me the trusting the process, even when uncertainties loom. As I now understand, uncertainties are wisdom, insight, and clarity that are awaiting me to rise, shine, and expand as my timeless novelty. It anchors me into principles that will stand the test of time as I unleash my divine of my authentic sovereign expression. It opens the door to truly be me, sets me free, unfiltered and unbound, to enjoy life. That's what this is all about. We got to have the courage to enjoy life. It's not being caught up in the mundane muckety muck of society. Your wisdom, insight, and clarity will never fit into a thinking, knowing, educated world. Because your unique talents, wisdom, insight, clarity is out here. It's here now, but it's got its focus and adventurous agility to ride off into the sunset and enjoy life. You know, something I've really opened up to within myself, when you have a ripple of rebellious ingenuity propelling prowess, lionizes everyday agility to open up your insight to your own ingenuity. This is something that people really have never been showed or taught. You encompass the ingenuity to rise, shine, and enjoy life above the socialized way of life. And as you're enjoying the ripple of insight, everybody you meet during the day, every encounter, every experience is a nugget of wisdom with a golden, genuine, optimistic dreamer's dexterity for you to move forward. First question out when something unsavory is occurring in your life: why is this occurring for me to rise, shine, and expand to my promised land? You know, that's something I've really opened up to myself. This is my favorite. Expansion through discomfort. That's all chaos, challenge, everything is. Discomfort is liberation. And when you have the courage to question it, you don't want to you'll never think your way through discomfort, because it's got that rotating blocking bullshit going on. It's because why is this? Why is this? Why is this happening to me? But when you open up to question it with an open-ended question, why is this occurring for me? What is this trying to what is this trying to show me? Where's it taking me? Because it wants to take you on an adventure of liberation, insight, clarity. It wants you to have fun. And see, something I never experienced when I was a kid. I always, when something happened, I'd go into my old way of doing things, and then I stayed in my old way of doing things. Then I'd become kind of just stinging with my self-sabotage. It's actually not self-sabotage, it's selfish sabotage. And when wisdom connects with inner communication and understanding with outward adventurous actions, you get chauffeured through life and you get to rise to your liminal carpet glide to enjoy your life. And you get to open up to hearken fresh wisdom, insight, and clarity. Something I discovered for me. It's the fresh insight. It's always fresh because fresh is now. And if you can open up to fresh foresight or fresh focus or fresh anything, you're free, rebellious, enterprising, savvy, hearkens today's energy for you to rise, shine, and expand. And something else that really opens up is how many truths do we think there are that we have, but they really are blockages and just barriers and never let us move forward. And something I really understand is if I open up to my nomadic nowality, it's here and now. But if I open up to truths all have anchors in my thinking, knowing mind, my viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, and what I've always did in my life. But a visionary or nowality is here and now, and you can question a nowality, but your truths, you're too stuck in yesterday to do that. You know, the thing about wisdom is the outcome of your life experiences. Wisdom is nurtured nowality. Thinking and knowing is yesterday's stuck in yesterday. Inspiration exudes integrity that encourages me to align my value with my daily choices and desired moneyed up accomplished outcomes. As wisdom becomes a beacon, lighting my life of triumph, as I move forward through life, I enjoy today. And if you open and you listen to today, you get to expand through life with the greatest of ease. That's something that's a nice little saying. I expand through life with the greatest of ease. And everything I do is easy. It may not be, but if you keep saying that, you take the angst and all the anchored BS of your life out. Because, that's hard. It's only hard because I made it hard through my past revelations. As I now feel the freedom of my foresight, I realize everyday energy moves me forward in a bold, bright way. And my name is Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. And what this is about rising you out of the words and the thinking you always do to move forward, to open up to your ingenuity and expansion, your autonomous expansion, to go on a voyage of veracity. And veracity is never lying to yourself. Understanding you always encompass the bountiful bliss of yourself. And I want to thank you, and I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is why sovereign rises me over selfishness.